A Mobile County constable charged with murder remains behind bars. 68-year-old Larry Sheffield is accused of shooting 53-year-old Jeffrey McMillian at Traders nightclub. That's along the Causeway in Spanish Fort. Police believe an argument between the two started when McMillian spoke to Sheffield's wife inside the bar. Sheffield's attorney says his client tried to leave and was confronted in the parking lot. Prosecutors, though, disagree. Sheffield is held on a $250,000 bond, and he is scheduled back in court next month. Now, his arrest for murder has a lot of people talking about constables and what they do and how they're elected. Fox 10 News reporter Renee Dials has some insight on all of this, especially on what's required to become an elected law enforcement officer in Mobile County. Renee?
Well, Lenise, getting elected constable may be a lot easier than you think. According to the head of Mobile Probate Court, all you have to do is wait for the general election to roll around. For most elected officials, the road to public service includes months of campaigning, primary elections, debates, and a list of qualifying requirements. That's not the route Larry Sheffield took to become constable for Precinct 24. According to the certification results from the 2012 election, Sheffield simply wrote his name on the ballot. His vote and two others landed him a position with the oldest law enforcement group in the state.
There are a lot of the constable positions in Mobile County where there's a vacancy. Nobody qualifies for it, and then someone will come along and write themselves in, vote for themselves, or have some other people vote for themselves, and they get elected constable.
Probate Judge Don Davis says the write-in candidates avoid a lot of qualifying requirements.
And if you go that write-in route, you don't have to file any Fair Campaign Practice Act forms. You don't have to file an ethics form as a candidate with Alabama Ethics Commission. You don't have to pay a qualifying fee to a political party. I mean, you avoid all of that.
Even though they may not have very many votes to get into office, Darrell Carter, the president of the Mobile County Constable Association, says constables have all the same law enforcement privileges as any other officer or deputy in the state.
When you look at the Code of Alabama 1510-1, it specifies who in Alabama has the powers of arrest, along with the sheriff, the other law enforcement entities that it lists. It also lists constables as having the exact same powers of arrest.
And Carter says the number of votes to get into office makes no difference.
It's the election process, and that is basically the responsibility of the state and federal government. The law is the law where elections are concerned.
Now, right now, there are possibly more constables than precincts in Mobile County. That's because the County Commission eliminated 10 precincts earlier this year. Judge Davis says right now, no one seems to know what will happen to the elected constables who no longer have precincts.
The Jags are in